We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. I am a woman, not here to please you. It's time to move on, cause my time is now. I am a woman, play by my own rules. I got my 2 feet on solid ground. And then I take the first step a million more. And I make mistakes I never made before. But either way I know I made up my mind.
Hi Glam Stars, I'm Maddie and welcome to my channel. If you have not yet became an official Glam Star, all that you have to do is hit that subscribe button in order to become one, and let's go ahead and get right into this video. So as I've mentioned to a lot of my glam fam, I'm getting ready to start my braces journey, and it would not be right if I did not take my glam fam along with me. So I'm going to be sharing with you all the overall cost of the braces that I'm going to be getting. I'm also going to be sharing with you all why I decided to get braces and so forth and so on. So if you're interested in learning about my braces journey, why I decided to get braces and all of that good stuff, then let's go ahead and let's get started. So it's been a long time coming for me with making this decision, because if you know me, I love myself. I love everything about myself. If you ask me, I don't have any flaws at all to me. But I came a long way with making this decision, because whenever I go to the dentist, they be like, do you plan on getting braces? And I'm like, nah. For me, it's always been my decision, because even when I was a child, you know, I'd go to the dentist and they say, well, she'll need braces and she'll need this and she'll need that. And I personally made the decision for myself to hold off on a lot of things, because my mom always just kind of left it up to me. Like, do you want to get braces? Do you want to get this? Do you want to get that? Like, it's always been my own personal decision. And as I've gotten older, now I'm about to be 19. If I'm going to get braces, then I need to go ahead and start the process now. And if not, you know, just stick with how God has already made me. So it's been something that I went back and forth about, because I feel like my teeth have always been something that people have picked on, you know, because a lot of people go, oh, well, she's pretty, but look at this. And I wanted to prove, like, hey, I'm pretty anyways, which I've always thought. Like, if you ask me, I'm perfect, okay? But that is why I went back and forth, because I wanted it to be that at the time that I made the decision to get braces, I was not doing it for anybody else and to appease anybody else, but I was just doing it for Maddie, because at the end of the day, my personal opinion of myself is the only one that matters. So I made the decision to go ahead and go with braces. I also went back and forth between the idea of getting veneers, and with the way that my mouth is set up, my teeth are small, okay? My teeth are smaller than the average human being's teeth. And then also I have gaps, okay? I have gaps all over my mouth. So the only way for them to be able to conceal that was if they were just going to give me some big horse teeth, obviously. And that's not a good look, okay? I'd rather just keep my gaps, right? So I went ahead and went with the braces. Now what's going to happen with my braces is, of course, these front 2 teeth here, they'll be pushed together. I do not have my lateral incisors, which is something that's completely different. And I know that a lot of people are probably wondering, can you get braces with missing teeth? Yes, you can. What will happen towards the end, or kind of in between my braces journey, is they're actually going to end up screwing some teeth in there, some temporary teeth, when the space becomes big enough for them to be able to fit teeth there. Right now, there's no room for teeth, okay? God did not design it for there to be any teeth there, okay? God was like, ain't no teeth going here. So what's going to have to happen is they're going to push these back and make room to fit the false teeth in these 2 areas right here where I'm missing my lateral incisors. That is such a unique thing, because I believe that only 2% of the population are actually missing their lateral incisors. A lot of people are missing teeth, but most of the times it's not directly in the front of their mouths. So that's something that will happen in the middle maybe, or a few months into my braces journey, where I'll get those 2 teeth screwed in, okay? And first they'll be temporaries, and then after I get my braces off, then they'll, you know, be permanent prosthetic teeth, obviously. So let's talk about the overall cost of braces, okay? Now, as we all know, the overall typical cost of braces is typically going to be between $5,000 and $7,000. And obviously that's over time, with having to go to the orthodontist every month, having to get your teeth cleaned, having to get your braces tightened, having to get your bands changed, things like that, so forth and so on. I'm going to share with you all the overall cost of my braces, and you know, the type of plan that I'm on, how much my insurance is covering, and all that good stuff. Okay, so the overall cost for my braces is going to be $5,300. So that is a little bit more so on the inexpensive side for braces typically, because like I just said, braces are typically going to range between $5,000 to $7,000 typically, okay? So that is inexpensive for the braces, which I was happy about. A lot of people were like, hey, go around, go talk to different orthodontists and, you know, see if anybody's giving out different prices. But this was perfect, because this was the first and only orthodontist I went to. Actually, my dentist recommended for me to go to this specific orthodontist, and that was the price that they gave me. So $5,300 will be the overall cost of my braces, not necessarily even talking about the prosthetic teeth that I'm going to be getting put in, but more than likely that's also something that my insurance is going to cover. Now, my insurance has agreed to cover $3,472.50. So they're covering a lot of the costs, okay? They're covering the bulk end of the cost. So they agreed upon quite a bit of money to go ahead and get the ball rolling. And, you know, they said, hey, as long as you stick with the same insurance plan, this does not change. This is the money that they're offering. This is what they said that they're going to cover, and so forth and so on. So that's how much my insurance is covering. I'm really not coming out of pocket with a lot of money at all. I did have like my x-rays and things like that done, my consultation done on yesterday, which was the 18th of December. And they just pretty much looked at my mouth and said, okay, come back in on the 15th, get your spacers on, and then come back on the 20th of January and get your braces on. So that's pretty much the process of that. But on yesterday I only had to pay like $200. It was nothing crazy, okay? It's not expensive at all. It's very inexpensive actually, because I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna have to pay a lot on a down payment, which, you know, it wouldn't necessarily be an issue, but I'm coming in thinking that I'm going to have to spend a lot of money on just even getting the ball rolling. So my next appointment is on January the 15th. That will be when I get my spacers put in so that they can move my back teeth a little bit. And you only keep the spacers on for about 5 days, and during that process those back teeth are going to be moving. That way when I go to get my braces put on, they can have something to hook the braces around. Now I'm a bit terrified of that, because I heard that the spacers are quite painful. So that's something that I don't know if I'm really looking forward to. I was like, am I going to need spacers, and does everybody typically need spacers? I don't really know. Let me know down below if you are familiar with braces, or if you have had braces, does everybody need spacers, okay? Because that's definitely something that I'm curious about. But I looked at the back of my mouth, and honey, these teeth up here are separated, but my teeth in the back, baby, they are together, okay? They love each other back there. And then she also mentioned that my wisdom teeth are coming in. So she said that it won't be an issue with the braces, but you definitely have some wisdom teeth, and they may or may not come up, but the way that she said it was like they're going to eventually come out, so who knows. So then I go back on the 20th to get my actual metal braces put on, and that's the day before my birthday. So as far as I know, I'm going to be in complete agony on my birthday, so I'm going to make sure to turn up and have a good time before then, because your girl is going to have metal in her mouth on her birthday, and I'll probably be in the bed laying down in complete agony asking for a smoothie. But yeah, that's pretty much the overall cost. Obviously every month that I go back, I'll have to pay $100 for the tightening and stuff like that, which isn't an issue at all. I was expecting it to be a lot more expensive than what it is, but it's really not that expensive, especially since my insurance is covering so much of it. But it's really not that expensive of a process anyways. You know, obviously they're going to work with you. So if you are a person that does not have that much money to expend to them, then they're going to work with you, obviously, because they want to make their money and they want you to get these braces put on because that's how they make their money. So they work with pretty much everybody, but what they did for me was they pretty much just gave me the prices, like, hey, this is that and this, and so forth and so on. But they were like, we have to get these on before you turn 19. Like, they made it like it was something, you know, so serious. Let's get these braces on before you turn 19. And y'all know that they're putting them on a day before I actually turn 19. So how ironic is that? So your girl is about to have a mouthful of metal. And some people may ask, well, why didn't you go with Invisalign, or why didn't you go with any of the other options that may be out there? And I'm telling y'all, I cannot deal with Invisalign because I heard that Invisalign is painful, and if I take those Invisaligns out, okay, and they've been bugging me all day long, I just might not put them back in. So I know how I am about things like that, so I just don't even want to waste my money on getting Invisalign and not even end up putting them back in. Like, I just can't. I can't deal with that. But braces, it's like when you get them on, you're stuck with them. So I'm gonna keep them on for however long they'll be on. I don't know yet. And that's just that on that. Now, another thing that she mentioned was that I have so many spaces in my mouth that once the process is over, I'll probably have some puffed up gums, okay? A lot of stuff that I'm going to have to get cut off because obviously there's no teeth here. God did not ordain for there to be teeth there. So once there's something there moving the teeth, my mouth is going to react to it in a way that my gums may puff up, and it's going to be something that I had to get cut off, obviously. And it'll probably be a very painful process since I do have so many gaps in my mouth. So I don't know if I'm really looking forward to the pain, but I'm looking forward to seeing the overall process. So y'all, yeah, that's pretty much all that I had to cover on today. And before I leave this video, I'm not going to leave you all hanging. Let me share with you all my Glam Star of the day. I want to thank you so much for your sweet comment, and thank you for watching me on the consistent basis. I am very grateful and thankful to have such amazing people who support me. And if you're looking to be featured in my next video, all that you have to do is leave a comment down below. Make sure that your post notifications are turned on, because when you're first to comment, that boosts your chances of being featured in my next video. And that is it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't have anything else to comment down below, please comment what you are, and that is a star. Always remember to keep glamming, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.